Sanmanan. Um, this is a topic that is very near and dear to me. Um, and I've spoken about it too many times, and it's the topic of self-defense. You know, we live in crazy times, guys. Crazy, crazy times. So a good friend of mine sent me a video clip, a YouTube clip of crime that's happening in city CBDs, which is like you walking and then someone comes and snatches your phone, or guys come two or three and they strangle you and then they take your wallet and stuff like that. And it's things like that that we've seen happening over and over in many different spaces, whether you are in Joburg, Durban, Cape Town, whether you're in just small town Newcastle. Isn't danger picking up. Abantu are getting more and more financially frustrated, and they are forced, if you want to call it that, into moving in such a way just to make ends meet. And unfortunately, one of those avenues is crime. So again, do I feel sorry for criminals? No, never. How do you solve this problem? Me, in my world, in my circle, I'm all about self-defense. So I'm all about self-defense training. Again, I'm not talking about trained criminals that have been planning and doing syndicates and things like that. I'm opportunists. People who, are just taking chances, fat chances. Guti, I'm very confident that if the average talala on the road is trying to snatch my cell phone, they'll get dominated, But it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And these criminals are getting more and more sophisticated, from working in one by one where they snatch a purse or wallet and they run away, to working in packs, if I can call it that, of five, where they're dominating. And the sad reality is, whenever you watch these type of videos, you start realizing that there's so many innocent bystanders, or bystanders, if I can call it that, that don't do shit. They're just sitting and watching. Some even take videos, and that's what society has gone into. It's all about individualization, each man for themselves. And it's very, very painful. Our sisters are getting raped, our sisters are getting beaten up, and all the good men, if I can call it that, are quiet. Good men are saying nothing. The best of those men are on Twitter, tweeting, but in reality, guys aren't doing shit. If you heard Guti, that lady got beat down, or some person got beat down by someone, doesn't have to be a lady, got beat down by someone, and we do nothing. I blame schools, I blame our school system, I blame mothers. This whole idea of, if something happens to you, if the bully bullies you, you need to go report them. I know a lot of the times where parents are, or if someone hits you, come and tell me, and then that we live in a country where it's lawlessness, in the space where our police officers, whether they are overworked, underpaid, or whether they're just a shit system, don't do anything. We have a snitches get stitches type of mentality. So as a result, we bringing up kids to a point where when something happens, let's all just stand back and go report it. Okay, sharp, sister got beat down by this, or criminals happened. Okay, let's just go report it to the police. The rest of us are just standing still. Everybody's just focusing on themselves. You watch these videos, people are literally just walking past while someone gets pickpocketed, while someone gets mugged, while someone gets held at knife point, whatever the case may be. And again, I'm not saying be a hero. All of a sudden two guys pull out guns and that's you over there, with your nunchucks. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, we can't live in constant fear of thugs. We can't. You have so many homes that are now taking down their solar panels, because again, before you used to hide your valuables in the home in the safe. Now you've got, I don't know, hundreds of thousands rands worth of panels and inverters being advertised. If I'm a criminal and I'm walking through an area where there's load shedding, the house that has their lights on, that's a dead giveaway. So my brother and I and the Mamsi Foundation were donating at a charity, and they had solar panels donated to them, and criminals came and stole those panels. So again, now you having panels, you run a risk of attracting eyes. What do you do? What do you do? Because again, if your house is dark, criminals love the dark. That's where they operate the best. And if you have light, it indicates that there's a bit of affluence there. and you become a target. Self-defense. Self-defense, I've trained myself, my body, into being a weapon, and I carry. People are, hey, Pinson, why do you carry? Because I don't know when crime will happen. I don't know if it'll happen as I leave Pick and Pay. I don't know if it'll happen when I'm walking with my kids. I don't know if it'll happen at night at a job. I don't know. So what I do is that I make sure that I protect myself as best as I can. And I really hope that you guys take that as well. We cannot be held hostage by criminals. If a pickpocketer who's trying to just take a phone knows that the average 5 people that walk past there are trained legal carriers, and they also know how to fight in self-defense, he'll think 2-3 times. If a person or people, let's say there's 2 or 3, are coming in and wanting to steal your solar panels, and they know that the complex there, the people there legally and have trained to carry, and if they see someone there trying to break in, they have a legal obligation. Okay, maybe not a legal obligation, but rather they can legally intervene and try and have citizens arrest on those type of criminals. So again, it's just, I don't want to get too emotional, because I say it all the time. I say, sisters, carry pepper spray. I say, sisters, stop leaving with random guys that you met at a certain club. I say, make sure with your phone, your wallet is put away. When you park your car, don't park in a dodgy area. We all know this shit, but we don't do anything. People don't train in self-defense. I say it all the time. Go to a boxing club, go to an MMA, go to a Muay Thai. I say it all the fucking time. Guys would rather spend 3,000 rand buying Hennessy XO. They would rather go and spend money. Chicks would rather spend money on a Michael Kors bag for 5,000 rand rather than investing in themselves. The legal system is not doing jack shit, guys. But carry on, carry on living your life. Do you? Again, training at a club or whatever, carrying legally does not exempt you from criminality. That'll happen to any and everyone. What it'll do, it'll boost your confidence and it'll minimize the risk. That's all we can do in this world. All we can do is risk management, not being in known dangerous areas, not doing this, not doing that. That's the best you can do. But yeah, this whole video is just around, guys, I don't want to get emotional, because I do get emotional, but it's understanding. You need to protect yourself and your loved ones. My kids fight. I make them fight all the time. I teach my kids that the best way to handle a bully is with overwhelming force. And I teach my kids, if one of your friends or one of the classmates is getting bullied, dominate that bully. Make sure they learn very quickly that what you're doing is wrong. A little dick grows into being a big dick. Nip it at the bud. So that's what I teach my kids. So my kids don't have this whole thing of, let me No, none of that. In society, we need to look after each other. If you see a crime, you and your 5 mates go sort it out. There's that line, I'm paraphrasing, I might butcher it, and I'm so sorry, that evil prevails when good men do nothing. If you see that you're a good man, do something. You bitching and moaning on Twitter, yeah, maybe it might build some traction. Let's not shit on that. But more importantly, making sure you protect those around you, you protect your loved ones. Sisters, protect yourselves. Protect yourselves, protect your loved ones as well. Anyway, guys, this is just a little, I want to call it a rant, because I'm trying to manage my emotions. But tell me what you think. Comment, like, share, and send.